Hi, this is AP Stedham of AP As We See It, live in Los Angeles at the 2025 Rose Bowl Media Days with the Ohio State Buckeyes. Our very special guest is Caleb Downs, outstanding safety for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, kid. Caleb, what can you recall about the first game when you played against Oregon?
They played at a really high level. We didn't execute some of the stuff that we needed to be able to win the game, and they did. They did their job and they won.
So when you looked at that team from that game months ago until now, did you see much transformation of Oregon Ducks?
Of the Oregon Ducks?
Oh, right.
They've changed a couple things on offensive defense that have helped them sustain success, but at the end of the day, we got to play the game this week, and that's all that matters.
I asked all the Ohio State players, you watch the Michigan game and you watch the Tennessee game and you say, who are those guys?
I mean, we didn't execute at a high level when we played Michigan, and that's something we're gonna have to live with. Tennessee, we executed at a high level. We played well.
Yeah, one of your SEC buddies, Quinshawn Judkins, I heard you trade stories about the two leagues.
Yeah, that's my brother. Yeah, it was fun.
What are some of the differences that you saw coming from the SEC to the Big Ten?
Different teams. A lot of teams in the Big Ten have bigger personnel groups, like 12 personnel and stuff like that. And then a lot of the teams in the SEC play with 11 and a few 12 personnel teams, but more 11 personnel. And then different offensive styles that teams play with. A little bit of different defensive styles, but at the end of the day, football's football. It's all the same at some point.
Your defense at Ohio State is more complex than when you came from Alabama, about the same, or how would you categorize?
I would say about the same. I feel like the foundation that Alabama gave me in terms of how to learn the defense and how to play at a high level in a defense, that has helped me to learn this Ohio State defense. But I would say complexity-wise, probably about the same.
Caleb, who did you watch growing up playing safety or defense?
Earl Thomas with the Seahawks. I watched him a lot as a kid. He was flying around playing really good football at the time. And then people that I watch now are like Ed Reed, Ronnie Lott. Those guys they're prolific at what they did in their sport and when they played.
What would you like to say about your defensive coach, defensive coordinator?
Does a really good job of putting people in a position to win, and he's a really good D coordinator.
If somebody never knew Ryan Day, what story would you tell about Ryan Day?
I would tell how much he cares about his players, how much he really tries to pour into us, and how much he tries to pour into us and everything like that, and that he truly cares for his players in this program.
What does it mean for you to be in the college football playoff and then also you're playing in the Rose Bowl?
It's a really great bowl game here, and the Rose Bowl has been a really prolific game for as long as I can remember. As a kid, you grow up watching this game, and it's an honor to be here.
For somebody who's never played in the shoe, what could you tell them about that experience?
It's a really nice stadium, and the fans they're crazy. So you gotta get used to that to play there.
What was the most fun you had this year so far?
I would probably say Indiana and Tennessee, just celebrating the win with my teammates. Those are probably the most fun games we've had.
What didn't I ask you about this game that I should?
It's a normal game. I don't know.
What would you like to tell the Ohio State Buckeye fans?
Go Bucks. Nothing else to say.
Hey, thank you, Caleb. Really appreciate it.
For sure. Thank you.
This is AP Stedham of AP As We See It, live in Los Angeles at the 2025 Rose Bowl Media Days with the Ohio State Buckeyes. Special guest, Caleb Downs, extraordinary safety for the Buckeyes. Thank you, Caleb.